So I am here to film a goal video for the month of July. I was like, what are these called? These are the power sheets. You guys know that. These are the Cultivate What Matters 2021 power sheets, and I have actually not been working in them very much this year because, as you all know, if you watch my Plan With Me videos, my life kind of turned upside down January 6th. Not because of the insurrection or anything that happened with that, but because I found out I was pregnant that day with our third baby. And I also got accepted to WGU like a week after that, and my term was supposed to start February 1st. Well, that put me at about 6 weeks when term was supposed to start, and I get really bad morning sickness with my pregnancies. So bad that I was constantly just throwing up. I lost 15 pounds in the first trimester, and then I lost about 6 pounds in the second trimester. I am now in my third trimester, and I am back to like my starting weight. So I've gained some weight, and I should probably gain about 5 more pounds until the baby comes, which is good. And that generally is what happens. That happened with my first pregnancy and my second pregnancy. So anyway, long story short, I'm super sick at the beginning of each pregnancy. And also what happened in February, along with getting pregnant, was my husband got COVID. He got COVID-19. We think we got it from my mom because she had it. And then he ended up feeling sick, and so he went and got tested and it came back positive. So I got tested the same day, but mine came back negative. We weren't social distancing though within our household. We figured we had already been so close to each other, like kissing and all that stuff. And so I was like, I'm probably gonna get it anyways. 5 days after he tested positive, I tested positive. So it was about week 7 and a half of my pregnancy, I tested positive for COVID-19. Which, when you're pregnant and you have COVID, it's a little bit scary. The doctors just don't know a whole lot still. I think they do now, but in February, they really didn't. And so he was like, you'll be fine though. He's like, of course, if you have trouble breathing, go to the ER. Which I had trouble breathing like 2 nights out of COVID when I had COVID, where like I had to work to breathe, and so I was like, I'm gonna have to go to the ER, and I was worried about the baby. But now, fast forward, I had, you know, so we stayed inside for the 2 weeks, and we quarantined actually like almost the whole month of February, just to be on the safe side. My kids never got COVID. We actually did get my 5-year-old tested. She got tested 3 times before she could go back to school, and each time it came back negative, so she never actually got COVID. And then my 2-year-old had no symptoms like whatsoever, and we never got her tested because she's a baby and she can't spit into the thing, or she would freak out if she had something stuck up her nose. So we just didn't get her tested at all. We figured if my 5-year-old didn't get it, then she probably didn't get it either. She had no symptoms, she was totally fine, which kind of was hard, you know, when you have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old and you and your husband are just like dead. Like, they basically ran the house for 2 weeks. Luckily, we kind of evened each other out, so like if I was feeling really bad, he was usually feeling good, so then he could help with the kids, and vice versa. Like if he was feeling really bad, then I would help with the kids. So it ended up just being a crazy time, and so yeah, my goals kind of just all went out the window for the whole first quarter. And then term started with WGU, and I didn't really get a whole lot done. I think I got 1 task done, because you're supposed to, like once you start WGU, you have to get a task done within 45 days, like an assignment. You have to get an assignment done. So I did do that, and now I'm on track to finishing the semester strong, or the term. I'm going to finish it strong. My term ends July 31st, so it ends at this month. And then I'm taking a term break because my baby is due in September 17th. I most likely will have the baby though the last week of August, because both of my first pregnancies, my babies came at 37 weeks exactly, which would put me at August 27th. So my guess is that's when I'm gonna have the baby, is August 27th, around that time. So yeah, needless to say, all my goals kind of just like went out the window. And I didn't even do like a goal video like at the very beginning of the year. showing you guys like what my goals actually are for this year. So let me flip to the goal page, which is on page 26. So here are my yearly goals, and I will probably be revising them for the quarter. My goal number 1 was health. Number 2 is no negative weekly overdrafts in our checking account, and like making sure we're keeping track of our spending and our finances. Our goal number 3 was gardening and food storage prep. My goal number 5 was my scriptures, like reading my scriptures every day and growing my relationship with Christ. That's goal number 4. Goal number 5 is my relationship with Claire and Celeste, to try and those are my daughters. Claire's 5, Celeste is 2. Try and build a relationship more with them, because I'm not the mom that sits down and plays Barbies with them or dolls. I kind of let them, we work on independent play a lot here. I always am fostering independent play, and which is good, but they also do need that from me too. They also need me to sit down at least a half hour with them and just either color or play a board game. So I'm trying to keep that in mind. Goal number 6 is organize my home, because, you know, having a 3rd baby, we definitely need to get things organized. Goal number 7 is reading. I think I set my, which I'm actually on track. I'm doing really good with reading. Let me pull up my Goodreads account here. So my goal for 2021 is to read 48 books this year, and so far I've read 23. So I am right on track to finishing out strong with that reading goal. And then goal number 8 is outdoor time, to work on being outside at least 15 minutes a day, going on a walk, and all of that. So those are my yearly goals that I set out at the very beginning of January. So now we're gonna kind of refresh that whole thing, because I feel like I'm just starting over, just because the last 6 months have been a whirlwind trying to get school done and figuring out my pregnancy. And I just got diagnosed with gestational diabetes, which is the first time in all 3 of my pregnancies that I've had it. So it's like a whole new thing trying to figure all of this stuff out. So when you go to June, at the end of June, like before you hit July or after the July tab, you can actually like you can do a whole check-in. So they have like this check-in page, then they have the prep work refresh, and they have the keep moving forward page, and then they have my refresh goals. So you can just rewrite all of your goals out and do the whole thing over again, which I'm so excited to get going. And then you have the pages for the mini goals for each one of our yearly goals that we can start working on, and then they have the July pages. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and start doing that. I just wanted to film this little intro and like kind of show you guys where I'm at, and especially talk about like if your life is as crazy as mine, and maybe you're not a stay-at-home mom getting a master's degree, and that's totally fine. Like maybe you're just like married and you know, have a 9-to-5 job. But I feel like everybody kind of goes through seasons where sometimes like your whole life just gets turned upside down and you have to figure it out all over again. So this is what I'm going to do. So my one thing that I'm going to do right now is set my goals for the rest of the year. 6 months is a lot of time. I'm going to finish growing this baby in that time, well, like 12 weeks at that time, because I'm 29 weeks today. So that means yeah, I have about 10 more weeks left to go. Well, a little bit less since I'll go early. But you know, I'm gonna grow a baby. I'm gonna have the 4th trimester with the newborn, which if you are a mom, you know that 4th trimester, they're just attached to you. Like you're establishing breastfeeding if you're breastfeeding, you're establishing a bedtime routine, you're just getting kind of into the groove. I find that once you hit the 6-week mark after you've had a newborn, that's kind of when you're starting to feel like a little bit more normal, and then it's usually about 12 weeks after you've had a newborn when you're like, okay, I can handle this, I can do it, let's get back to life. And it works out. So we're really excited to have this baby. I still don't know what her name's gonna be. We're debating on if we should do a C name or not. If you think we should do a C name, leave a comment down below with your favorite C name. So far, I really like Collins from The Blind Side. Of course, that's where I got it. Collins, and then I also like Chloe and Catherine. Those are kind of like our favorites right now, but we also like the name Samantha a lot, and we have a few others. So anyway, leave your suggestions for a C name down below if you think we should keep going with a C theme for the third girl. I don't want her to feel left out because my name is Caitlin, and then we have Claire and Celeste, so all of us so far have C names. So then I'm like, I don't want her to feel left out if she's not a C name, you know? Anyway, so leave that down below. Alright, so now that you guys kind of know where I'm at as far as this whole year has gone, let's go ahead and get started with this like mini prep work for our goals, for the rest of the goals. Okay, so this is the Cultivated Life evaluation check-in. In the last 3 months, or each of your life, like audit each area of your life to see the progress you've made. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and go to, I'll probably fast forward some of this and then I'll come back to it. Okay, so I gave health a 3. I just said I need to refocus on eating healthy, especially in the next 10 weeks because of the gestational diabetes. Spouse/focal relationship, I wrote a 7. I mean, my husband and I are doing fine. We're not like arguing, but we're kind of like ships that pass through each other in the night. He's just super busy at work, and I'm just, you know, with the kids and stuff. So we want to really try and have a date night before the baby comes, at least 1 or 2, and we have one scheduled for July, so we're probably going to schedule another one for July. I'm going to put 1 or 2 a month, because then we'll probably do 2 in August too. For friends, I wrote 7. We've been doing a lot more park dates with the kids and like my friends, but I want to say yes more because we've had some people reach out to us to invite us places, and I've been saying no, and I don't want to get in the habit of that because then people don't invite you anymore. So I want to say yes more as much as we can, and then I also want to schedule play dates with my daughter Claire, her friends. Family, I wrote an 8. I didn't write anything down there to like improve upon because we're doing really good. Finances, I just wrote to budget and stick to it. Work, I wrote a 10. I don't have a job right now, but my job is school, so I wrote good job finishing school strong, fill out 2021 to 2022 FAFSA. I have like, I think I have 4 terms left for my master's and then I'm done. Spiritual and personal growth, I wrote 4. I just need to read my scriptures more on a daily basis. And then recreation, I wrote 10. We've been doing a lot of fun things as a family, which is why I feel like our family is strong. So yeah, just because it's summer and you can get out more, we've been camping, and we went to Lagoon, which is like an amusement park here in Utah, which is really fun. It's not like a theme park, it's just an amusement park. They have rides and stuff, and the kids loved it. So we went there. We went to the pool. We have been to the pool like twice. We have been to the museums. So we're doing really good on the recreation part. Okay, next up is the prep work refresh. Okay, so how I will add more fun to my goals. What's firing me up right now? Okay, keep moving forward. What goal do you feel stuck on? Alright, so I just wrote, I wrote that I feel stuck on my health goal. In the first and second trimester, I was so sick and I just didn't really do anything with it because I was like planning on working out and doing all these things, but I was literally like on the bathroom floor throwing up. So, and now I have a complete lifestyle change with gestational diabetes, so I need to create new meal ideas, which is challenging, and sometimes I have to cook 2 separate meals, like one for my family and one for myself. So it's definitely a challenge there. What is holding you back from moving forward? I think it's just the meal planning, and of course I need to meet with my dietitian still. They haven't called me, but they will. I think I'm gonna get on medication. I was on metformin with my second baby, and I never got gestational diabetes from her with her, and so I think that the metformin was actually making it so I did not get gestational diabetes. So I'm going to bring that up to my doctor when I go this week, and hopefully that will help. What would happen if you did move forward? I wrote I would have a healthier pregnancy, easier C-section recovery. I'm already planning on having it the C-section because I've already had 2, so kind of have to have 3. I guess you don't have to, but the risks are really high the more C-sections you have. So, and with our insurance, it's only like a $400 difference between a C-section or a vaginal delivery. So I figured might as well just go a C-section route. And don't, the baby will grow too big, and there's concerns for baby girl, you know, being healthy. So now they have this page of your quarterly goals refresh, and I'm excited to I don't know if I'm going to do all 8 goals, and that is one thing about the power sheets that is, you know, like you don't need to do all 8. Of course they give you room for all 8, but you definitely don't need to use it. Alright, I think I'm just going to start with and do it in like a Roy G. Biv color scheme. And then the only 2 goals that I didn't include are gardening and outdoor time. I'm just not going to worry about it because just with these 6 goals, it's kind of a lot to focus on. And yeah, since term is going to be over at the end of July, I'm not really worried about school. I will worry about it for July, but for the whole like next 6 months, I'm not going to worry about it so much. But we'll focus on these. So that gives me a really good start. Now you have the mini goals that we can work on, and I'm going to put that in. And then we have July, and then we'll get into like our July monthly actions and all of that. So I don't want this video to be too long. I'm already at 16 minutes on here. I know some of it though I'm going to fast forward through, plus with my intro. So I think I'm going to end this video here, and Stay tuned though to see my July goals laid out. I'm going to film that next. So, and yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful. If any of you guys are working through your goals and refreshing them and have had a crazy last 6 months, then hopefully this helped. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye guys.